All right. Looks like we are live. Let me double check on the feed and make sure it's going that way. One second.
We
One second.
live, baby. We
I
live,
think,
baby. We
I
live.
think,
Come in and share today.
I think we are. We are live. Yes, sir. Yo, everybody. Thank you once again for tuning into the Culture Corner. We got a very special episode tonight. We got two elites in the building, two heavyweights, two legends, not in the making, but legends. Because you got one, the CEO, Ron Lowe. Yo, guy, he's on his grind 24/7, as you see. And he has taken time out of his day to show up here on the Culture Corner. Much love. Definitely appreciate you, bro. And of course, we got CJ, Senior Vice President to the Speakeasy, also host of the infamous Coffee and Kush.
Let's go.
Man, fellas, we got a lot to talk about tonight. We got a lot to talk about tonight because a post went viral in the group, right? And
Mhm.
you know, we have been posting shit for a minute. Even before I got on back in 2018, 19. I say about 18, 19 when I got on.
Right.
So the post was simply actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up. I can't share my screen, but I'm gonna pull up the post because I gotta read it. And when I tell you this thing just took off, it took a life of its own, I was not expecting this to happen.
I was not expecting this. I
No.
posted it. It started out real slow.
Yeah.
This morning, I actually like last night. It was an afterthought, and I
Yeah.
woke up this morning and it had
Yeah.
like 90 shares. This
Yes.
was maybe around like 6 o'clock this morning. It had 90 shares. I showed Jen, and I was like, "Look, it got 90 shares," and she was like, "Dang, that's crazy."
Mm-hmm.
Couple hours go by, I go back to the post, and it's 300 and something shares.
Yep.
Then I click away, and there's 500 and something. I was like, "Dang!" And then the comments started building.
Yep. Yep. So the post is it has a
We
picture
do the
of
damn thing.
so what now?
I said, "We do the damn thing."
Yeah, man. So it's a picture of a man. It's a black man, and he definitely looks like royalty in some way. And then you have a woman, and we have to assume that this is Medusa because you know if you look at her hair, her locks, they are snakes. And the post says, "Did you know Medusa was black, and that it wasn't snakes? The Greeks just never seen dreadlocks before, and she didn't really turn men into some, but they just, but they've, but they just be frozen in awe with her beauty. Unlearn what you've learned. Black is beautiful, right? So with this, my thing is, let's first start off with the history. What do y'all know about Medusa? Do y'all like, is there any backstory to this? Do you think this is real?
I personally think it's real. I think that with all folklore, with all myths, because I know people kept saying this mythology, and it is pretty funny to see people debate a fictional character. That was pretty funny to me. But there's always a little truth to where folklores and myths get started from, and I think that this is a prime example. It's just like how every other major figure, like let's say if you believe in it, Jesus, how he was turned, he had to have been a black man, how they turned him to a white guy, or how they portray Christopher Columbus as a hero,
Mm-hmm.
or you know what I mean. Like it's this world is so backwards. Like why is it so far fetched to think that there could have been a beautiful black woman and her story got turned to what we hear today in the Greek mythology?
Ron, what you got, man? What you got, man? What you think, bro?
Oh, I thought it was fat. All factual. It was not a lie told. These ancient myths and stories, they come from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like we that
How they turn
creative.
to a white guy, or how they portray.
It's old folks tales and fables, from generations of stories being passed down and down and down, and there's always a little bit of splash added to it. So hearing the fact that it was just some beautiful black lady that made men freeze, not
Mm-hmm.
turn to stone, it's like, duh. Why did it
Fact.
take us this long?
I mean, I even saw people in the comments sharing like her origin story, like being from Africa. You know what I mean? Like it's like they wrote that as she came from Africa, like or Ethiopia.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
right, it's like why wouldn't you think it's so far fetched? I think it's funny to see like the different demographics get in there. We see a lot of love from black women. Black women are eating this up, rightfully
Mm-hmm,
so.
mm-hmm.
We see black men are eating it up, but just as equally, they're kind of showing a little hate. Like, why does everything got to be black when everything is literally color? And no matter, you can't even fill out an application when I have to check what color you are. Like, it's just yeah, colors everywhere. Like, what are you talking about? If you don't, I hate people say I don't see color. Then you don't see differences. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. And then you got like our white counterparts. They think it's funny. I haven't really seen any angry white person. But the thing that's really shocking to me, and I thought it would be the other way around, is that I'm seeing a lot of upset Hispanics in the comments. Like they are very,
Mm-hmm.
very upset at this post, and they are shaming, they are insulting. I mean, they coming out the woodwork showing that they really don't like black people having they own.
Right, right, right. And looking at these comments shows me the mental disposition of black people. It's like when you look at the origin stories of this story, right? We aren't saying that she is an actual person. We are saying that she is based off an actual person. Of course, that's why it's called mythology, right? But I guess it went over some people's heads. And I'm not trying to throw. So I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm just trying to show people the light. So when it comes to this situation, you have to realize that if you look at the origin story, I've seen multiple reports where it says that she came from, or this woman was based off of women from the northern region of Africa. So we're talking about Libya, somewhere in
Mhm.
that area.
Yeah, there you go.
So if it's solely based off that, bro, she black. That's it. That's it, bro. That's it. That's all we saying. She black. Now, whatever they did after that is their thing. Because we all know when it comes to Greece, Greece invaded Egypt or Kemet. It was Kemet before Greece. It was Kemet before Greece invaded,
Ooh-wee. We getting deep now.
and
Right.
also before Rome. Because if you look at the people or the actual leaders of Egypt when it was moved into Egypt, we're looking at some of the pharaohs, but mainly Cleopatra's. There was a line of Cleopatras that were directly tied to Greece, and also there was one Cleopatra that was a lover I cannot remember the person's name that was in Greece, but also in also Julius Caesar. So there were two of these leaders that were having sex with this woman in Egypt. So it just all ties back into shit, man. We just black. That's it. That's it. That's it. But you had so many people coming after the comments saying it's not real. We arguing over fairy tale. You missing the point.
You missing the point. Like I feel like at this point it's like you almost have to be trying to read too much into it.
Facts.
Like for the people who say, "Oh, you're trying to blackwash stuff," and I'm just like, "How can you?" Well, I wouldn't have to blackwash stuff if it wasn't whitewashed to begin with. There's
Shit.
literally nothing new under the sun. Everything that you see today has art, bro. Skateboards and roller skates was around back in the day. Like this is nothing new. We literally invented everything, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just I don't know. It was kind of sad to see so many people who look like me who
Mm-hmm.
just were willing to get into an argument and fight
Yes.
to keep up this. The same people who go around calling themselves Sagittarius, Capricorn, Leo, all this shit. The people who go out of their way to pledge to these Greek fraternities while they in college, pledge their allegiance to Greek. Don't want to hear a bit of this. They don't want to hear anything that when you tell them that all that stuff came from Africa. All
But
that, not all those,
all this derives from Kemet.
all of it, all
All
of
of
it.
it.
They don't want to hear none
That's
of that, bro.
that's all we saying. If you want to subscribe to your belief, then you can do that. But you cannot refuse the truth. You cannot deny it. Even if you try to, it's still going to be there. It's something you have to take a hold on. And whatever you do with it is whatever you do with it. But I want to go to the comments because we got some people flooding in. Um,
Yeah, we just got over.
so what up?
So
What's that?
we just got over 10 viewers up in here. It's jumping. Make sure y'all
Yes, sir.
like and share.
I can share it. Yes, sir.
To the pages. Let us know what y'all thinking.
So first we got Jerry says, hell yeah, the myth had no, well, excuse me, hell yeah, the myth had to have a practical origin. 100% facts.
Thank you,
That's
Jay.
all this is based off of is there was a true origin story. If you look at the map of North Africa and Greece, they're just a sea apart. It's
Right.
literally a boat ride away. So let's see, you got Josh that said this don't make no sense.
Shut up, Josh.
Probably talking about, yeah, he's probably talking about the comics. Yeah, you're right. This shit don't make no sense. Raven, what's up, man? She said the only difference between Medusa and the sirens is blackness. She was a beautiful woman portrayed as evil, the same way beautiful black women were called Jezebel in American chattel slavery.
Preaching. I mean, I want people to really think about this. Us being the indigenous of the lands, and people gonna say, "Oh, there you go. He don't think we're from Africa." Everybody's from Africa. Let's get real. But there were foundational black people right here in the Americas that they were here before the Europeans, and they literally got over here and they took it from us. They took who we were. They changed our name. They put people in our place. Now you got people who aren't of original native descent who walking around pretending they are getting all the benefits. Blackness, Jerry said, blackness has been demonized from the beginning. He's absolutely right. But I'm like, these people have literally changed. Like my great grandma, you couldn't call her no African American. You know what I'm saying? Like we just started calling ourselves that because Jesse Jackson told us to. So if we can change our whole nationality, we go from black to Negro to this to that. What make you think they can't change a Medusa or a story? What make you think like, oh no, that's where we draw the line. Jesus can be turned white. God can be made in the white image. They can tell you that the white man invented electricity. They tell you everything is white, and then when you finally be like, no, well, if you actually do a little research, it's some background to this where if this was a true story, she would have been a black woman with locks. It makes sense, but now
Exactly. Raven says that there is a strong relationship between Greece and North Africa. Exactly. If you look at the map, it's right there. It's right there. But it's just that this history or his story is so far removed from the bullshit we see in front of us. Anytime that you have something that dates back past social media, it doesn't seem as though that is real. It seems as though that it that is not fact or it can be challenged, which that isn't the case. People have to understand that the overall image and positive narrative of black people is pushed to the side for something completely different. We aren't saying that black people don't have choices to do what they need to do, but we are saying that how black people are played or seen as does not fall in line with who we are. So if they're able to change the narrative simply of what black people look like, think about the narrative of what they did before. Because actually before the internet, there were just books. Man, they could write, burn, all this shit. If you look at the history when it comes to black people weren't even called black people before. Black people were called Caucasians. At one point in time, black people were called Caucasians. So it's so much to this when it's bigger than people trying to have their opinion on something. Don't nobody care about your opinion. Let's speak these facts. Let's get to the real shit. If you know what you're talking about, then let's talk. But if you just up in your feelings and trying to debate, I ain't with it. You can go and talk to somebody else. But I want to go back to the comments real quick. We got Missy. I ain't never seen her before, so she gotta be new. What's going on?
What's up, Missy Lou? We talking that shit too. We talking.
Missy Lou.
Let's see. What Usher said, man, where the 2K at? I know.
Hey.
I know.
Well, Usher, he out here snitching.
He said, I'm here so I can go to the house of the culture.
Usher's going in.
Like something to do.
Yeah. But yeah, let's go here. It says that there's a reason why these things are no longer common knowledge. Our history was erased as much as possible to hide African origins. of much of Greek mythology and so many things during slavery so that the world of nations could justify dehumanizing us. Claims of our unintelligence needed to be believable to substantiate the idea that blackness is three-fifths humanity. Why do we have to learn Greek mythology in school, bro? If you think about that shit, why?
And African studies is an elective.
But Greek mythology
It's
was
required.
a required course. Damn, ain't
You
that some
wonder
shit?
why. But yet I get told that I'm trying to blackwash stuff when literally the world around you has been whitewashed.
Mm, because wasn't everything black before? Okay, I'm just gonna go to the comments. Let me see it. All right, so a lot of truths aren't in books. Questioning everything needs to be normalized, in my opinion.
Thank you. And you want to know something? This, thank you, Facebook user. This, in my opinion, is what make America like this was one of the bases on America. Like I should be able to question anything. I should be able to have my opinion about anything without fear of retaliation. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody's gonna attack me or you know, we live in a land where a man can have a baby,
Mm,
right? And
hmm
a and a and a biological woman gets offended if you don't call them by their pronouns. Like
mm,
that, that's the kind of world we live in. But when you try to spread truth or what you deem your truth, you know what I mean? Like if it doesn't fit that narrative, people jump on you. And I just don't understand it. I think we talked about it earlier. We may have been on, we may have not been on, but I grew up on if it doesn't apply, let it fly. And just
hmm
to see all the people in there, we almost had 30K shares on that post. And you know how Facebook could cover anything. We
hmm
almost had 30K shares and Facebook ain't covered it up yet. So I know they upset. I know they like, damn, it can't be a little truth to it. It can't be.
Because posts that I've seen you post or Usher post or even Ron post where it's nowhere half.
Me in this.
Okay. So like post that's nowhere half to what this is going, right? Nowhere close to this, but it'll be challenged by what Snopes.com fact checked. Nothing's popped up to this because one, there's not enough proof on record to say that this isn't true, but there's still not enough proof to say that it is true. This leads up to this leads you to you just deciding for yourself. If you put the clues together, put the pieces of the puzzle together, it makes more sense than what it doesn't make sense. And people will try to argue that you were trying to, just like you say, you try to blackwash it, which is not a real term. That's like you saying black people can't, black people can't be racist. We don't have the power to be racist. We don't have the power to blackwash anything because everything has been whitewashed. Technically, that's why whiteout is so effective. Shit. So all I'm saying is that. What I'm saying is that this is a platform for people to discuss their opinion and their beliefs, but you can't be disrespectful if you don't know what you're talking about. You need to be mad at yourself and educate yourself instead of coming after people and saying that they don't know what they're talking about. But you're right. Facebook knows it's true. That's why they ain't took it down.
Right, bro. Right. But you got a whole world convinced that black people are lazy, in particular black Americans. The black Americans who built the country that other immigrants flee to when their country is acting up. They flee to this place that we built, and they got the whole world convinced that we lazy. But yet when I call something out, I'm blackwashing. Okay,
Mm-mm,
you got it.
mm-mm. But this is why we're here to feed information. And whatever you do with the plate of food is what you do.
Right.
This is
It's a dope video inside of the comments. Us
mhm.
actually dropped it. It's like a 30-minute long, and it kind of talks about the origin stories of the Ethiopian Medusa. It's a really,
Okay.
really good video, nicely narrated. I actually
Okay.
thought it was a white guy narrating, and I made the comment, and then the dude came up and was like, "No, that's actually a black dude." I was like, "Oh, damn, my fault. That's on me." You see, I admitted I was wrong. That's on me. You know what I'm saying? How you live and you learn.
I would check it out.
You know, I got a thought.
Mhm.
We going in, we grilling, and one thing that stuck out to me is talking about how we changed the culture and the community, and whitewashing changed stuff so much. And I'm just sitting here like, so when are we gonna do it? When are we gonna shift the narrative? Because if it can be done to us, we can definitely do it ourselves, right? So that's my thought. We got the comments and everything jumping. Why don't y'all help the comments blow up? What's the one thing that we could do as a people, as a culture, change the narrative? Make sure y'all like and share, fellas.
Well, one thing to change the narrative, the first thing we need to do is have unity. We we have to have a common understanding that we are all on the same page. We have to be on the same code. That's one thing that I've seen that black people, or as a community, we don't have a code. If you look at almost any other community, regardless of their race, there is some type of ethical code that they hold on, or they are 10 toes down when it comes to standing for the people that look just like them, even if they're dead ass wrong. Now, when the cameras go off, I don't know what happens, but in front of the camera, they are
We gonna
unified,
fit
they are
together.
together, they are solid. But for black people, for some reason, we find it okay and we find it acceptable to call out somebody for no reason, and we live in division. We love that shit.
We
We
love it,
just
bro.
need it. We need division. I mean, that shit happens from even when it's even when it comes to people talking about relationships, because we about to get to that next. When it
Oh
comes to,
Lord.
I know, right? When it's on people, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to money, definitely when it comes to religion.
Oh yeah.
So it, we don't have a sense of identity as a people. We are told that this is that, this is that. Once we get a sense of identity as a people, that this is our goal, then it's easier for us to move as a collective. But until then, I don't know, man.
Right, because we do a very good job of organizing ourselves to other causes, like the Democrat side, or the Republican side, or the LGBT movement, or this movement or that movement. Like, everybody's for every movement, but for us, we
Mm-hmm.
can just take some of that energy and put ourselves first. Because, like you said, bro, a rich white man, poor white man, Baptist white man, Presbyterian white man, vegetarian white man, carnivore eating white, they'll put all that shit to the side for the betterment of their people.
Yep. Yep.
They'll
And
put everything to the, it won't bat an eyelash.
mm-mm.
They're like, oh, we can deal with that later. We got to come together.
but this just shows you how powerful culture is. When you have a culture, regardless of the origin, when you have a culture that people are able to gravitate towards and latch onto, that gives them the overall sense of direction. And no matter what you say about any other race or white people, etc., when when it comes to black people, we cannot help but live in division. But it's so much more to us than what is seen. And most of the people that I know that are black are phenomenal people. But putting us together for some reason, that's the challenge. We got too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Yeah, you know, bro.
Or at least that's what I think. But it's all good though. We're gonna keep talking about this. It ain't nothing but love though. Because we all family.
It could
Um
be stressful sometimes, though.
huh?
It could be stressful sometimes. Like, God damn, when we gonna get it together?
When we gonna get it together? Mm.
But I don't think it's gonna be in our generation. But it's gonna be at some time. I got faith. I got faith. So I'm gonna go to the comments. Uh this episode is sponsored to you by Ritual and Crowned and Calm. So we've listed a lot of the things about these two businesses in the comments. Please do take a look at them. These are generated towards black people, starting with black men, but also black women. Anybody can benefit, right? Um, but there's more coming from these two. So in Ritual, that's my business, and Crown and Calm, that's my lady's business, Ray Bethesda. She's live in the comments. So if y'all need anything from either one of us, hit us up. Merch is definitely on the way too.
Okay.
Let's go.
Damn, Ron. So,
Hit him with that's my lady. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do need to
yeah,
come together in the battle of sexes in the black community. Raven, that's sheesh. I
yeah.
feel like that's a conversation for next topic.
But we gonna kind of dive into it, and this is gonna be the last time I talk about this shit. This is gonna be the last time I talk about it because I'm so tired of hearing about this. So the next topic is no more debate about Russell and Future, right? So I posted a video recently. It was today. It was a podcast talking about relationships, and it was talking about Russell and Wilson. The question was, would you want your son to grow up like Russell or like Future?
Are, are you are you asking us now, or you just kind of laid it out there?
Man, I just laid it out there. Shit, if you want to answer, you can.
Me and CJ gonna disagree, man.
I'll go on this one.
Now, to each his own, right? To each his own.
It's
And
a tough question.
you know what
It's
I'm
a
saying? Who you know, it's really not a tough question, but to each his own, and who you ultimately end up being with is who you want to be with. I would have maybe liked to see Russell end up with Sierra a little sooner, if you know what I mean. But if I had to choose, like I got 3 sons, I would want 3 Russell Wilsons any day of the week.
Mhm.
Like in any day of the week. If you can't be proud of that brother, I don't know what it is. Good millionaire, family man, freaking NFL quarterback, like just a good wholesome dude kids can look up to. Like, come on, bro. Come
I
on,
knew I
bro.
was gonna have to be devil's advocate tonight. Did
That's it.
you
Over there. Yes, sir.
did you say no way that I want a butterball soft Russell Wilson as a son? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because guess what, CJ? Is it hard or is it easy out in these streets?
I guarantee you in a fight, you put Russell Wilson and Future in the ring. I bet you Russell Wilson kick his
How often does the good wholesome dude like Russell Wilson win at the end?
You mean a rich millionaire?
Oh my, we
Did we say Russell Wilson or did we say some mythological?
Future's a rich millionaire too. What you saying, bro?
This is the point, Ron.
You just asked me. You said, "Does a good guy like Future?"
I'm talking about their mentality, not this.
I would like, yeah. In my opinion, yes.
So you want your son to be the one that's getting his heart broke and not the heartbreaker?
Who heart? When did his heart get broke?
He be simping. Come on,
How
man.
he be? He's married.
Ron, come on.
So you mean to tell me that the dude who spends money on multiple women, the man who spends his fortune on multiple women, that's not simping.
Come on, bro.
But the man who got a family with kids and who come home every night, that's simping.
Come on,
Well,
Ron.
You tell them man Future spend more money on women than you make in a year, and he not in that, and you call Russell Wilson doing simping. Well, stop.
You put
come on, Ron.
Stop.
words in my mouth.
Ron,
Who said that? You said a married man who on record has not stepped outside his marriage.
I ain't say that one time at all.
You didn't say
think about this, Ron. Think about this, Ron. Literally. Russell Wilson is a married man, and he is dedicated to his woman, right? He knows exactly where his home is, where his head lies, and where she is, regardless of what she does. That's their relationship. To me, a simp is a man that goes above and beyond for the approval of women that don't want him. And bro, he's lame, right? So
Sierra changed the whole being to be with him.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole image to be with
like
him.
The whole image, bro. And also, look at this. When it comes to Sierra, I'm just talking about what is on record. Her and Future were engaged. He cheated on her. She was pregnant at the time. She left him. And then she found Russell. And Russell found her. Bruh, I don't see, Like I don't see why he's called a simp.
So how
But he
many,
take
how
her
many,
off.
how many celebrities can we name that Sierra has tried to make it work with?
Ooh, shit, boy. Boy, you fuck it up.
How many?
I don't know. I was just told
Come on. Come
I
on.
was
Okay.
taught lessons that you don't turn, a hoe into a housewife. I'm sorry.
Wow. So wait.
Russell Wilson, Superman out here.
So okay. So let's think about it like this, right? Let's think about it like this. The reason why we know the amount of men that she's been with is because she's a celebrity. Think about the girls that we dated before we got to.
There you go.
Come on, think about this.
There you go.
Think about it, bro. Think about the women you were with before the one you're with now, your wife, and the amount of dudes the amount of men that she was with. Come on, bro. You got to think about it like that.
I know you in the music, my guy. I know you in the music, but you telling me you would rather your son be a rapper than an NFL quarterback? Really? I gotta hear you say it. You would rather have a starting NFL quarterback gonna wear a gold jacket one day. You would pick your son being a rapper. And nothing against rappers. Listen, entertainers. Listen,
I didn't know this question was about their careers.
No, he asked, what would you rather your son be? Russell Wilson or Future? It was a simple question. And you said Future.
Can he be like, if he gonna be a rapper, can he be like Tupac?
No, he got to be.
I'll take Tupac over NFL quarterback. Yeah.
But this is the thing. This is the thing for me. Like I have a wife, and I love my wife dearly. Like I truly put my wife
art over brain damage. Thank you, Catherine. Yes, they is out here riding with your boy. Yes, CTE.
Hey, she don't know what Future. Hey, all that shit Future be drinking, baby. He stay with them. Let's not pretend, Catherine.
Let me take this comment now.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but Russell Wilson probably got just as many brain cells as Future got right now. So let's be real. But both of them boys are talented. Both of those men are talented.
It's like, Ron, come on, bro.
I'm just like, don't get me wrong. I listen to Future music. Like he has some bangers. He got more bangers than he doesn't. Let's just be real. But do I want my son to grow up and have multiple baby mamas and multiple women here and there? Hell no. Would I want my son to be attractive enough and famous enough to be able to do that if he wanted to? Yeah. But do I want my son to do that over a Russell Wilson who's like myself? I want my sons to be like me. I'm more like Russell Wilson than I am Future. So I'd be crazy to want you're more like Russell Wilson than you are Future, Ron. But you want your sons to be like that. I don't get it. And then the next question, and I wish Ron had a daughter, but I really want you to ask him the next question.
So during this interview, right? The question was, would you want, your son to be, like a Future or whatever, right? So the first guy, I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, but he said that he wanted his son to be more like Future, right? And that is the ego talking because the man don't want to get hurt. He don't want to see his son get hurt. Whatever, right? No matter.
Future. Why you think Future the way he is? You don't think
it don't matter. It don't matter if you're Future or Russell. Like you will still get screwed. It don't matter, right? But then when the question was flipped as, would you want your daughter to meet Future or Russell? Or, something like that. He was like, I don't know if I want my daughter to meet a Future. And then he said something to the likes of that women need to have a Future before a Russell.
What? Thank you, Ron. I pose this question to you, my brother, because I know you want you a beautiful daughter one day. I know you do, and I know you and that beautiful wife you got. Y'all gonna make it happen next time. Now I'm telling you, you had that baby girl, little Ron Netta grow up. You want her bringing home Future, or you want her bringing home Russell Wilson? Come on, bro.
Russell, easily.
Thank you. So why? So I asked you this question: why would you want to raise your sons to be someone who you would want your daughter to bring home?
That's a complicated answer that I can't answer.
Boy, right, you scared about the bullshit, boy.
Why would you want your son to be someone who your daughter couldn't bring home? Ain't no way.
Right,
I'm unfiltered and and don't give a motherfucker.
honestly,
I can't get that answer on here.
honestly, I truly think that Rod just went to bullshit tonight, and I want all the smoke, bro. But this is what I'm saying, man. When you have a daughter, bro, honestly, it should be like this before you have a daughter. But when you have a daughter, it is a completely different mindset you take about being a man, and also about the type of man you are exposing her to. So I can understand why it's like, it's easy to like, man, I'm just cutting the bullshit and, she want this and that. But man, when you got a little girl, think about your girl coming home. Oh, no. Your girl going out with the same, I won't say dog, but the old Ron that you were before you got to where you are now. Do you think that is somebody you would want her to be with?
You'll say no. What Ron gonna tell you is, I'm gonna put my baby on game. If he don't beat him, see, that's what he gonna tell you. That's what he gonna do. Exactly.
But yo, we are not trying to beat up Ron. No. It's just that he just made it a little easy with his comment.
But there are men out there who would want to see their sons be more of a player from the Himalayas than a family man, because they didn't grow up with the family environment, mother and father. Like that's, and I hate to use it, but that's fatherless behavior to me. Like that's, you grew up in the home without a father. You didn't see what right looks like. It was your mama, and she probably devalued what it need to be a man in the home. So for you, it's okay to go out and get a bunch of different women pregnant, and you just gonna be this rock star, and you're gonna be Papa was a Rolling Stone kind of guy.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Not me.
Nope. But honestly,
that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with the black community. But like I said, and like I'll reiterate, I'm talking about the mentality. And 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna want my son to have Future's mentality.
So,
and not Butterball Russ.
So I kind of, but I don't understand what Ron's talking about.
I can see if Russ had struck out and missed on all these like different people. I mean, my man had a wife that he had in college. He was with her early. He was with her in college. He married her. Then he got to the league. Got some sense about it.
What this wife look like, CJ, on the culture corner? Since we want to talk about Russ, then.
So what up?
Since we're gonna go there and talk about Russ, what this wife look like, CJ? Describe her. So he was previously
she don't look like Sierra.
Well,
she don't look like Sierra. She don't look like Sierra.
Would you want one of your sons bringing home somebody that look like his first wife, CJ?
Now I would want. Sierra.
Oh,
could have been the first one.
Hey, bro,
if my son does decide that that's what he wants to do, hey, I'm here for it. I'm not gonna like disown my boy. Are you nuts?
We're gonna have a stern talking.
Yeah, we're gonna have a talk, but you put that, you kind of ingrain that into them when they're younger. But as far as like the mentality, I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking to.
I like Ush. Ush said my son can be a little bit of both. Thank you, Ush.
And that's what the women really want. That's why women want their Future with a little bit of Russ, or they Russ with a little bit of Future.
Say that. So why all the ladies love Future then, fellas? Because you gotta.
But then again, you got a question like this lady that love Russell Wilson too, and what kind of lady you want? Okay, now Ron, I asked you this. So if you got a room full of women, right, and half the room love the Future, and the other half the room love the Russell Wilson, which side you gonna send your son on? Which side you telling your son to go to? The women who fawning over Russell, or the women who fawning over Future? Where you sending your sons to?
Ooh, that's a deep question.
Man, listen here, baby. I want legacy. I want grandkids. I want generational wealth. I want all that shit, bro. I don't want my son with multiple. I ain't knocking it, but I don't want my son with all kind of baby mamas and all that shit. I don't want that for my boys.
The question is, why are these two the alpha and the omega of men and qualities when it comes to what is right for us and to choose our women. This has been a debate that people, it's like there's no in between. This overall debate makes it seem as though either you are Russell or you are Future. And technically, it, to me, it don't make sense because once you think about the actual male from studies, men are broken up into at least 5 different categories.
True.
You got the alpha, the beta, the sigma, the gamma, and I think there's one more. But there are different types of men that fall into these different categories. Russell and Future, I don't think
They on two opposite sides of the alpha spectrum, in my opinion.
That's
I would
why
say
They're both
I would
alpha.
say that Future for me seems more like an alpha because he's just fucking people over because he's hurt. He doesn't want to show his emotions. He just wants to be strong. But Russell, he's more of a sigma. He's able to lead, but also he understands how he feels. And he's able to lead his pack. Because if he wasn't, he wouldn't be in his position. Going to a new team, got his wife, got his family.
What's okay? Listen, it's 32 starting quarterbacks in NFL. How do you become one of those and be good enough to get a gold jacket if you're not an alpha?
But
You grew up in South Georgia.
mm-hmm.
You grew up around a lot of football players. How do you lead a locker room of men to 2 Super Bowls, like Hall of Fame career, and you're not a leader? Like I get what you're saying, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. I guess you could say he has some signal in him, but Russell Wilson is an alpha male.
I can see that too.
Like he command. Russell Wilson walks into a room, he commands the presence of everyone in that room without saying a word. All he got to do is walk in and just stand there. He's an alpha male. Man's physically gifted. He might not be the tallest, but I mean he's strong, fast, very college educated. He's rich. Know exactly what he want. When they got one of a woman who damn near every dude who I knew growing up with was in love with, that's his wife. Beautiful kids. If that ain't alpha, I don't know what it is.
I ain't out. CJ out here capping for Russ. Maybe it's because I'm a Rams fan, CJ. I can't stand the nigga.
Now we get out the call. My guy be on the phone telling me me and my boy will be on that wine, right? He telling me how much he love his wife and his kid and how he can't wait to have more babies. Then he get on his future. Well, stop it. You ain't got a future born in your body, you know it. Maybe back in your day.
I said what I said.
But I mean, honestly, just what it boils down to, it ain't nothing but deflection. It ain't nothing but projection. People want to be Future because that's the type of man that they want to embody.
It's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool, dude.
Like you know, like I got all this clout, and women they gonna flock to me because women, in turn, from what we were taught, which now we know ain't true. Women want the bad boy. They want a boy that. It's just that women want a man that can not only protect them, but also love them as well. That's why women gravitate towards Future because he seemed like he just moved on his own. Versus Russell Wilson, that's the end goal of the work. Like you know, like you said, he walks into a room, he's able to command the floor, he's able to do whatever the fuck he want to do, and he bagged one of the hottest women in the game. So what? She got a baby. Who cares, bruh? I know plenty of women that got babies. So who cares? So, but this boils back to the original question: Do you want your son to be more like Future or Russell? If you think that you want your son to be more like Future, then you are not only killing the future of your son, but you're also killing the future of the black community. Yeah, that's a play on motherfucking words, boy.
Ooh, Ron don't like that.
Because the image of Future is what the world sees all black men as. All black men are future.
Deadbeat dads.
Don't give a fuck about their family.
Hey,
Just want to be around and party.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd rather my sons be more like Nick Cannon than Future.
Shit, let me see that boy's kids. Let me see that boy's kids. Boy, he got a whole squad of them, boy.
I don't see Nick Cannon's baby mama slandering him. They just steady popping up a new one here, new one there. Whatever he doing working. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my life.
Yo, look at this, bro. Look at this, man. Look at this, man.
I'm not raising no damn Russell Wilson. I'm not raising my son to think, act, or move any type of way.
Hey, now you know that's ironic coming from us. Everybody and their mama know us was the original Russell Wilson, or is the original Russell Wilson. I don't even know what he would get on here and fix his mouth, fix his you know what? It is about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for him. So
he's sleeping. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So that was the overall topic. Was that you see a lot of these podcasts about relationship gurus and all this stuff, and they just fucking the internet up when it comes to what they are feeding people as far as what is the proper way to communicate. Right. And questions like this coming from people that don't have, I won't say just the qualifications, but me and Raven, we were talking about this before. It's about the intention, about having the right intention of leading people in the right direction. I don't think that that's the goal. It's just to keep spinning this so they can get more views and shit like that. But damn, what are we going on? 46 minutes. So my last topic was just laws of the universe. I got this from Ron, actually.
Shout out Ron.
Yeah, man. When I hollered at Ron, he said he's just trying to stay in high vibrations. And when I was thinking about that, laws of Alexa, play mask off. Can I boot somebody from the chat? Is there a way to do that?
Man. Right, we gotta put our mask on and off.
Hey, you know what? I can't sit back and watch you cap. Like you can't cap. You can't live one way. You can't live your life one way and then claim you ain't gonna let your boys do the. Come on. I'm not gonna let my sons grow up to be like me. Come on, bro.
Listen, bro. Us, bro. You a whole ass dad and family man. I'm gonna give you the
future.
Go through England, man. Us calls his wife the boss. When the last time Russell Wilson don't even call Sierra the boss? You think Future gonna call somebody the boss? Now, us sons see how he moves and how he treated his wife, and his son gonna grow up to be the same way. And us gonna look at him and say, "I'm proud of you, boy." Man. He ain't gonna be like, "Oh, nigga, I ain't mad that you ain't got 3-4 babies."
Man, don't pay CJ no mind. He keep doing that. Us literally just said you should put a little bit of both into who you raising.
What do you say? That's right. Let me live my face.
Yeah, there you go. As long as you admit it, bro. As long as you admit it.
Hey man, it ain't no but love.
He gonna post some syrup after this.
Right. But man, but like I said, that leads us to our last topic because I want us to wrap it up. It's called Laws of the Universe. I got this from Ron, but he said he's trying to say a high vibration, and this kind of falls in line with what we've been talking about from the overall discussion. Is Medusa real, or the debate between Russell and Future? It's all about your mood and your mindset. How are you moving? You control the world around you. And I know Ron, me and him have had several talks, and Ron does his best to remain as positive as he can. So, Ron, when you move throughout your day, what's something you focus on to stay at your peak? Because you prime tonight, bro. I ain't seen this Ron in a minute.
The earth. Check that out, people. Whenever you may be stressed, whenever you may be going through something, whenever you get hit, just go out and be out with like the natural elements of the world. Like just go stand and sit in the sun and just absorb that energy, that vibration. Something I love to do is just go outside with your shoes off and just like stand in the grass and meditate and, you know, get connected to our resources, because we turn this into our source a lot of times, you know, drains us. You was talking about that today, JD, like
Mm-hmm.
how, you know, what did we say that at the end of the day, what it is? Drama. That ain't high vibration.
Mm-mm.
You may be able to maintain that drama, but you're moving at a low vibration. It's just our natural chakras.
Yep. What about you, CJ? Because people, well, people that are new, right, to the group, to the live, CJ is one of the most cut vegans
I,
I've ever
yeah,
seen.
I know CJ. We already know. Workout. I work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
No freaking.
Listen.
He's saying
I
it
ain't
like that
never
because he
seen
can't
this
keep
man
up.
go into a gym, but he more fit than anybody that seen it in that motherfucker.
To keep me on the high, listen, I'm all what Ron said. What you said, Ron, is called grounding. That's why you ground yourself. 30 minutes a day. Go put your feet in the grass, on the dirt, and land. Just put your feet on the earth. The earth is energy. The earth is life. That's why you can put a seed in it, throw some water, and something grows out. You can literally absorb that. That stuff they don't teach you. Standing in the sun, stuff they don't teach you. That ain't for everybody though. We ain't trying to condone no skin cancer. Throw a little sunblock on there or put your little bug spray. But yeah, like Ron alluded to jokingly, because he can't keep up. I am big into my fitness. I drink a minimum of a gallon of water a day. Some days I like to drink 2, work out 5 days a week, and I'm plant-based. I have a plant-based diet anyway. Every now and again I have cheese. On the weekends I have my wings, some fish here and there. But I choose to eat plants more often than not. And that's kind of the way I, keep myself above things.
Mm-hmm.
I eat clean. Oh, and I mind my business.
I'm not
Yeah.
the business that paid me.
Yeah, I mind the business that pay me too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
To add on to what these brothers are saying, when it comes to how you move, you have to implement your own law, right? You have to implement your own grounding techniques, just like CJ was saying. You have to make sure you get in some type of routine. You have to get in a ritual every day. I know for me, I'm working on my ritual. So every day, I try to be conscious of something that I need that I give myself. Because if you go throughout the day and you don't feed your needs and you just do what you got to do, you're going to drain yourself. Your cup will always be half empty versus half full. So when it comes to staying at a high vibration, or what they say, or high energy, feed your need. So I know one of the biggest things for me was I'm still working 9 to 5. I used to take work home. I don't do that no. When I leave work, my work phone is somewhere. I don't know. I gotta find my iPhone so I can know where I can find it. So I just chunk it, right? So I separate and I start feeding myself the things that are necessary for me, so I don't bog myself down with things that don't feed my soul. And when I started going through my divorce, that's when I really started to see like I was really suffocating myself. I was not doing what was necessary for me. So when I need some type of motivation, I'm really quiet. I don't really talk in the groups. I see the messages, but I don't really say a lot. But when I see CJ or when I see Ron talking, I want to see Ush or anybody, that lets me know I need to tap back in. I need to go within. So high vibration is all about the people you with, your circle, and figuring out what is your purpose. Because a man without a purpose cannot live on purpose. He just moves. So that's actually what I want to lead into next. Yeah, your boy done got a little podcast, okay? But your boy got 2 of them things, okay?
Let's go.
I got 2 podcasts. I have the Coastal Corner, which is what we have here tonight. We try to do Thursdays. And I also now have my Ritual podcast, which goes live tomorrow. It'll be Friday the same time. We are talking about spiritual enlightenment, growth for the man, and honestly, anything that pushes the man, the father, in the right direction. Because men need a space men need a space to grow, but also men need to be held accountable. And that's what all it is, man. Once you can find a space where you can grow and be held accountable, brother, the sky is not even the limit. It's whatever you make
Well, you sound like you trying to create some Russell Wilsons out here. I like it.
it. So all I know is that after listen, bro. There are two types of Russell Wilsons: the one that CJ talking about and the one Ron talking about. I don't want that Ron. I don't want that Russell Wilson. I'm talking about the one CJ talking about. Okay,
I agree with that.
two different ones. But honestly, after I had my daughter, it just changed everything. And when I started understanding I need to live for self, it changed everything. So I'm working on my ebook. My website is in construction, but the podcast goes live tomorrow, and also have different things I'm working on. So also have a group and a page. So this is also a part of everything that we're building. And this episode was, of course, sponsored by my business, Ritual, and also by Crown to Come. So, so I like talking about shit like this entire list of things, but especially laws of the universe. That's something that you can create. But we almost at an hour, so I want to wrap it up. Fellas, do y'all got anything y'all want to shout out? Anything you want to give? Anything you want to get off your chest? What you got?
Well, I'll go first because we'll let the CEO get the last word. But appreciate you having me on, man. Big shout out to the Speakeasy, one of the best networks out there. And we got everything that you can imagine. Anything that piques your interest, you can find the show and jump on. Shout out to Coffee and Kush. Shout out to the ladies and lords that make that page run. Shout out to my family. Again, shout out to JD for having me on. Shout out to the CEO. And shout out to Brother Ush for the foolishness.
Oh, nothing but
shout out Raven. Hey, Raven, you had the comments jumping like
so
we should have just had you on. Look at me like I can make decisions on the Coach Corner. JD should have just had you on.
Yeah, man.
Chill.
I just want to see what the fellas have. But you know what? We gonna
tonight.
But you know what? We gonna work something out.
I just gotta say shout out to y'all in the comments. Y'all made our night. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Like, share, love. We do this every day. Appreciate y'all. Blessings and high vibrations.
And last but not least, I always end with affirmations of the week. Build boundaries, not barriers. All right. The people in your life, make sure you keep them in your life. But don't keep them out of your life. So make sure to build boundaries, not barriers. Talk to the people you love, and do whatever the fuck you got to do. And that's all I got tonight, man. I'm running out of gas, man.
The people you love and do what the fuck you got to do.
Hey, listen. I mean, that's what it boiled down to, right?
Right.
That's what you got to do.
On Coffee and Kush, if you had asked us what do we do for the high vibrations, we would have said, hey.
Hey, that is one way to do it, and I am not for nor against, and that's all I can say right now. And other psychedelics. All right, y'all. It's been a great night. Just like Ron said, like and share. Tune in every week. If you want us to talk about something, let us know. We want all the smoke. If you want something you want to, if there's anything you want us to debate, let us know. And let the topics just be topics and posts. All right? Well, I'll let y'all. Peace.
Shout out Medusa.